Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2 ladder game. A highlight ladder match. I don't get these sent either very much or often enough. But Serral, after many days of searching, finally found an opponent worthy of facing him on the ladder. And that opponent is Team Exxon's Geralt. Geralt? Is it Witcher Geralt? Or is it GIF Geralt? Or is it Big G? I doubt that. But who knows? Maybe by the end of this. Apparently this match has some twists and turns, and don't spoil yourself on YouTube, but like and subscribe. But Serral is pretty well known for his... Honestly, Serral doesn't really have... Oh my god, the G is silent. It's just Geralt. Stop. We're casting here. Serral doesn't really have a thing he's known for, which is a little odd. Usually top players like Raynor, his like Ling run-bys and just intense speed. Scarlet making too many drones. Or more drones, depending on who you ask, like parting, cannon rushing, and blink stalkers. You've got like Showtime as the wall, but Serral's just like, I'm better at everything. It's not even that his specialty. Like parting's another player who's known for winning when he shouldn't be winning, but it always feels like Serral should be winning. Like, we recently got an important artifact that we put into the archives. I think that really does tell the story. In the few games he finds every week. It's a Stargate here. Geralt is a... Where is he from? We gotta look up these things beforehand. Where's my player card graphic? Don't we have a whole crew? I don't... He's a Polish Protoss player. He's racked up $18,000 in winnings. And, but how many times has he beaten Serral? That's the real question. Will it be one more after today? I will say, full disclosure, that this game was sent to me by Dricket, the proprietor and cheerleader of Team Exxon. Team Exxon, well, Exxon SC on Twitter. And he may be a little biased. But, like with most players, it'd be like, look at this sick win I pulled on a good player. Though with Serral, it truly might be. Like, look, I played a pretty long game that was exciting and kind of close. And then I lost to Serral. He's maybe one of the only players that I can't immediately be like, alright, who did you beat? We'll see. You decide at the end, because not much has happened yet, but it's about to. The first Oracle finished up. It's going to be a Stargate build. And by that I mean it is a Stargate build. There's an Oracle. Come on. Come on. Like, the Spore Crawler finished as the Oracle got into the base. It literally, maybe 1 second could have been more perfectly timed. It was finishing as the Oracle came. Not a single wasted second. Oh, one drone couldn't quite get away. A second one taken out. Serral tries to dodge out, loses 3. But the Adepts get out. Geralt finds himself doing a little bit of damage, keeping Serral off balance. I gotta say, their names are kind of similar, and it's throwing me off. Like Geralt, Serral, Geralt, Serral, Geralt, Serral, Geralt, Serral, Geralt, Serral, Geralt. Okay, I think we got it. I'm gonna pull a tasteless. We got Protoss, and then we have Serral. He's definitely Protoss, I know that much. I'm not sure who we're watching. Oh, the Stalker curves the Stalker shots beautifully over the Pervert Pillar, a little unnecessarily, and kills the Ovi. There are 3 oracles. He's been building moracles, and now he's got foracles. I need to calm down. I mean, not much is happening. We'll see if Serral's really ready for that. Will there be more? He's building a 5th. I feel like the oracles are just going to be the strat. The few times I've seen Serral in like ladder matches or more casual tournaments before that he has either lost or looked uncomfortable is against those heavy Stargate plays. But there is a Twilight and a Forge behind this. So despite the oracles here, it does look like Geralt is opting for a round transition. And by that I mean a fucking lot of adepts. I'm sorry, family-friending stream. Way too fucking many. So close. We'll get there. I'll try. Well, the adepts are here. Charge is the choice. The adepts are just your stock, no frills, straight out of the warp gate adepts. But there are so many of them. They're here to mostly buffer for the oracles. Serral is continually, like, this is actually quite beautiful. Using an Evo chamber as a temporary wall, kind of like a shield battery against, what is it, adepts? Who could have guessed? Against Protoss. When you build that temporary wall to wall off adepts. Serral taking his cues, or maybe he was the first one, it's unclear. We can just assume any good strategy Serral came up with, even for the other races. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with that. Couple probes picked off. Now, despite the fact, like, Serral's been on the back foot. He's been defending. His 4th base got canceled a couple times, but he didn't really need that 4th. Though Geralt has projected, like, he has map control. When you have 5 oracles, and your opponent doesn't go for anything but queens, you usually have map control. And that is what we see here. Charge is nearing completion. Serral has gotten an Overseer through the base. He's seen the Twilight, the Forge. He saw the Templar Archives if he was watching closely. And that means... Well, will Serral kill that Oracle? Okay, Geralt not taking the chance. Maybe not the best to dive on a queen there. It kind of feels like Geralt wants to trade the oracles efficiently now that this many Hydras are out, as opposed to keeping too many around. Of course, Stasis Ward, Revelation, both very useful. On top of the fact that if you do find a mineral line or a hatchery undefended, you might be able to kill it. Right now, Serral's got 77 drones. Infestation Pit. Most of the way done. There are still oracles. He's using oracles to clear creep. This was actually in the patch notes. So finally somebody using it more than a little bit. Adepts. That's going to be a no from me on the Adepts. Geralt agrees. Thankfully, seeing the Hydras before... Oh, Brenda! Why are you out here? Where is everyone else? I don't know, Karen. Maybe that was your... Couple queens die, but the Adepts are caught by some speed roaches. And then they shade into the Hydras. Serral's already taken down. Hydra speed finishes up as they slither significantly more quickly now. Those Adepts are dead. There's no ifs, ands, and shades about it. Well, besides that one. The survivor lives to tell the tale. There is Storm, okay. So, wait a second. Did he actually finish Storm yet? He must have been chrono boosting it out, but it is done. Lurker Den nearing completion, as is the Hive. With those Hive tech upgrades, Lurkers gain a significant boost, especially the range upgrade, but of course, speed and burrow is good for repositioning and getting them into range as well. We'll see what he chooses first. Whatever Serral chooses, I'm going to get first for all my games, well, at least the next 2 weeks, so. If, of course, he's allowed to finish any Lurker upgrades. There are plenty of Hydras, a few Queens coming back. The Zealots are going for drones. Well, they were. They lost motivation. What is it going to be? Serral goes double Spire? He does have 84 drones. He can kind of do whatever he wants. This is max income right here. He's got his main base isn't mined out. He's already got a 5th. Now, Geralt already has a 4th base of his own, so really there's huge incomes on a... I'm trying to find a clever way to say a lot of money, but Serral has more money. But that would have sufficed, I think. I think that was good. Seismic Spines. Lurker Range. Solid choice. Usually you only get the speed and burrow speed if you're trying to really hit a timing. And ideally, if you're going to Hive Tech, you're more comfortable than that. Roach Hydra on the 4th. Recall very quickly. Should have more than enough. Are those House Archons now? No, he left space for them. Disruptor's on the way, but the Spire is already preempting it. Looks like we're going to run throughout the full tech tree here. The only thing we're missing is really like a Fleet Beacon and a Greater Spire, and the Greater Spire is about to be on the way, I imagine. A few Templar on their own pilgrimage here. It looks like... How many Oracles are left? 2. There were 5 at one point. Oh, God. 5. Some of those Templar are at full energy right now. There are 6 Templar. 3 have 200 energy. You can't be losing those on their own. Don't worry, we have an Immortal to protect us. Okay. If that makes you feel better, sure. A few charge lots working their way through. Does Serral have Burrow yet? He's ripping down the defenses at the 3rd. The Gateway stood no chance, and they had no choice. Disruptors gets a couple good hits, but the Disruptors themselves are vulnerable. Who's flanking who? The Lurkers zoning out some units, but there is detection. Revelation gives enough in order to take out the Lurkers. The Hydra is just going to try to target down some probes and buy enough time, so that way Serral can bring up another army through the center of the map. He's actually bringing it back. There's still a Warp Prism in the corner. I'm surprised Serral hasn't built any Corruptors to deal with that yet. My life for ire. Billy, shut up. He doesn't notice. We're going to scout this mineral line. We'll see as time goes on. Now Geralt will do his own geological expedition and take down the rocks on the left side of the map. He's got Disruptors. Fleet Bacon is on the way. Wait. It's on my screen, it said. Am I a crazy person? No? Where is it? What? It's over here. Anyways. Disruptors find a couple connections. It's like, well, do you see in the top left corner covered by the production? Okay. We'll see what Geralt's cooking. But so far, despite a couple attempts, neither player has been able... Jimmy, what? Really? Okay. Oh, this... I want to hear the noises. I know we adjusted for the campaign. This isn't the campaign. This is war. We should call this like Star War, not Craft. Look it up. See if that's a problem. Creep being taken out. Charge lots. We're zoned out. Like the hatchery. Pretty much free kill there. This is a lot to take in on the screen. Geralt is moving his way back. Storms find a Lurker. Revelation finds the rest. A couple roaches will draw the attention of the Zealots, but... Oh yeah, there's a base here. Here comes everybody else. Serral moving in with some more unit. Charge lots really angry at that larva. The creep will make sure that attack is expedited. A few Lurkers at the force. Serral locks it down, but Geralt has managed 5 bases. Okay, those overlords are a little optimistic. Tectonic Destabilizers. The upgrade that increases the damage of Tempest against structures. Okay, calm down, Serral. It's a little optimistic. He's going full campaign Zerg. He heard what I said, obviously, but let's chill on that for a bit. But he might get away with it. Well, not if this probe has anything to say. The worker battle scales up into the full-on... I don't know what to call this because Serral's just running away. Tactical withdrawal. You gotta be careful not to be caught between a rock and a hard place, but now we'll fight over the center base. The rich Vespine now. A line of Lurkers. Hard to hit with Disruptors from certain angles. Storms trying to zone out. Serral also has another army. More Disruptors, looking for Lurkers. Finds a connection, but Zerglings could get into the main. Serral not reacting, but neither is Geralt. And also Lurkers are involved. Adding a little variety in with his run-by. And that variety is going to spell disaster right now for Geralt. Here comes a tectonically destabilized Tempest, but it does nothing besides look like a cool orange attack against ground units. It just shows it has the upgrade. No, the Disruptors! The Disruptors go first! Oh no, this isn't a horror movie. And that's such a stereotype. The most dangerous potential protagonist is instead dead right off the bat. But Geralt actually deals with it pretty quick without losing the Nexus. A lot of the tech is depowered, but it's not destroyed. It's no longer DE dust, if you would. Wow, that was... Well, here are the Corruptors the next round. Meanwhile, the engagements continue. I do make it clear, this is just one player playing on both sides. In case you're new to StarCraft and are 16 minutes into a StarCraft video without realizing this isn't the hottest new Minecraft tips. Those are coming next video. Like and subscribe. Lurkers holding the line. This is a rich Vespene base. Serral's taking advantage of it. Geralt hasn't been able to challenge it. Serral just keeping Geralt a bit. I gotta stop saying both their names in the same sentence. It's too much. Anyways, well, Serral retreating, but plenty of Protoss to overrun him. Disruptor gets targeted down, but Serral doesn't have enough to stand his ground. 7 Broodlords being developed over at the rich Vespene base, but Geralt over on the far right. I feel like he has to challenge this or take his own. There's not much of an option. Stalkers left. The upgraded version of Zealots taking out this base, though it might take longer. The Broodlords are scouted by some very unhappy Zealots. Geralt pulls back. He's already got Tempest. Tempest already designed to take out massive units like air units. You thought I was going to make a your mother joke, but I wouldn't do that. Well, the mothership is here! It's completed. There should be detection. There's not over here. It might be enough to save the base for a few more moments. Tempest, Blink, Stalkers. Finally, an Overseer shows up. The Spore Crawlers could potentially provide detection. Another army works over to the right side. Geralt forced to cancel his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base. Hydras and Lurkers working through the 3rd. Geralt has mostly held strong against these attacks. He's lost some superficial buildings and units, but not any bases or too many probes. A mothership moving with this. I'd imagine a recall, maybe in the future. Well, just bringing the Tempest and the Templar back. Everything important, right? But Serral has so much. He has 2,200 gas income. I've never seen over 2,000 gas. He has 5 bases, mostly, still mining gas, plus a double rich Vespene. Oh my god. Serral's playing fastest map right now. He has 2,000. He has more gas than minerals. That's insane. I can't get over it. Like, the stonks right here. Serral just an economic genius. And that, like, it's not flashy. But he just gets so much more money, and so much more money can build so much more stuff. And right now, Geralt is feeling the brunt of that. Serral's built 10 more drones. Like, a 75 isn't cutting it for me. Oh yeah, also, all this is happening. The storms are good, but Serral will take the base. Oh god, there is a Lurker. There is a Lurker. The probes, run! Fly, you! Well, they can't fly. They can't do much. He's trying to split against the Lurker, which I don't think that's helping. There are now 52 probes dead. This Lurker has 14 kills. Coincidence? I think not. Oh, no, 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 don't come back yet! It's not... Okay, close enough. Geralt has a huge army supply, especially now that Serral's at 82 drones. And counting! Stop building drones! The gas income. Oh, the anything income. Oh, Serral. This is like Serral's winnings versus every other foreign StarCraft player's winnings. That was mean. And also, Raynor has something to say. Hydras. I love the... Really? Come on. Come on, bro. Oh. Serral, like, well, it's open. I just established this base safely. So it seemed like a good time to expend. I gotta... Wow. Like, he's just gonna take all the money on the map. Geralt is scrounging. He's like, he has a huge army. It's gonna be tough. There's a detection. There's a checkpoint cannon. You gotta pay the toll. Units that need to take. Oh my god. Blinks out. The carriers might be enough. What are the carrier upgrades? Just +1 air and +1 shields, which is not enough. Shield battery overcharge here to help. Finally, the carrier kind of wanders into range. But Serral just relentless with his expansions as he grabs the map. Corruptors run down the carriers well before... wow. The Corruptors got in, killed 3 carriers, got out. I think he lost 1 or 2. How many Corruptors have been lost this game? 12. He definitely didn't lose 12. There's been activities. And so many resources. Serral has been 5,000 resources, including 3,000 more gas. More cost-effective. That is the opposite of how it's supposed to look in this matchup. The tectonic destabilizers on those Tempests finally going to get some use here. But here are the Infestors. Does he have Neural Parasite? He does. Will he use Microbial Shroud? Probably not out of principle. There's not a single Viper. The Vipers, I think, are the missing piece here. Like, being able to actually abduct. It's the literal name. Just kidnap any of those units and pull them into Corruptors if they stray too far forward. Serral's just grabbing this whole side of the map. If the game goes to that stage... Oh, I agree, Serral. Vipers would be a good addition. Huh, smart move. Plenty of Corruptors. 16. But only if there's no storm. There's 7 carriers and 5 Tempests. Which the Corruptors, I think in a heads-up fight, if they just have it out, the Corruptors don't actually win. Maybe with Great Micro, barely. But it's the burst damage of the Corruptors, the get in, get out potential is a lot more. The hit and run would be easier and less weird. Is better for the Corruptors than the carriers that have to unload all their interceptors. The Tempests, which take like 3 years to fire off a shot. Well, Geralt is making a move. He never dropped under the critical mass of Skytoss to actually lose the game. Serral really ground down parts of them. But the army itself. Was that a Viper killed? No, not yet. He just built so many spores and spines. Lurkers, outrange, but the Templar need to get to Storm in here. The detection's already there. You gotta be careful about moving too far forward. Like, you can't give Serral an inch or a centimeter, or he'll take a kilometer. Just doesn't roll off the tongue. It just doesn't. As soon as Geralt moved, like, you didn't need that whole army to deal with the Lurkers. Serral just took, like, another screen forward to contest this base from this angle. And I'm not sure how this fight is going. A mothership is abducted and murdered. Time Warp is used. It looks like Serral's struggling to get much done. Well, the mothership's a big deal, obviously. The biggest of deals in the entirety of the game. It takes after your mother. So, at the end of the day, though, did Serral get enough done? What is the gas count? I think he's still being cost-effective enough. He's trading minerals for gas. Well, there's an example. Geralt's being pretty careless with his ground units. But he does have this base. Do we go to the mine out situation? The other part of this, the only other part to factor in is that Serral mined all his bases quicker. There's no more bases. They've all been taken. Like, for some reason, I felt like there was one more base in the corner. No. That's it. We're out of bases. So, when they mine out, and Serral's already mined out of one, like, he's mined out of, I don't know how many gas geysers, but Serral has less gas income now. The timing at which you are mining is important. So, Serral's down to, like, 2 bases of gas. Of course, he has 6,000 in the bank. Yes, I see that. But there are battles to be fought. This is, of course, it's just like Serral to speedrun mining out the map. Yeah, those are just dead carriers. That really sucks. Ultra. I'm sorry. Ultraless cavern. I felt the need to do that. I don't think I'll feel the need again. It is kind of that stage. What am I watching? Okay. Where the ground units become relevant again. Where you literally just focus so much on that death ball that, say, 10-20 supply of Ultra Ling can go and do real damage. To probably production, like right now. This is enough Zerglings. They have 3-3 with adrenal glands. So, until the Templar come back... Oh, yeah. He burrows the, he storms the burrowed Zerglings. Did he notice these? 2 are lurking. And you never know when those Zerglings will come out. I mean, you have a good idea probably when you leave, but... Oh. So, this is the first time Geralt's focused on this side of the map in like 8 minutes. He's just now seeing the forest of spores and spines with lurkers behind him that Serral has set up. This is his... And it can't be a happy feeling. So, Geralt will not be taking any other bases. That's just not going to be happening here. Serral is... How much gas is left? 900. We got 700. Serral has, like, 3,000... Brendan! No! Where are you going? Sacrifices must be made, but why? Why did it have to be them? Serral's building, like, your ultimate death ball. Well, mothership... So, for those who don't know, motherships... So, instead of, like, getting passed down, it actually gets passed up. So, that was a grand mothership. Just read the lore. We'll see if the great grand mothership is in production. Oh my god, another... How many carriers? It's only 6. It feels like 50. Oh my god, what are those? The Brood War Ultras. Oh, the legs are back! There's no minerals here! And then they die to Zealous. He's getting Usain Boltralisks now. With the speed upgrade. They look so crazy. I mean, you can definitely know they're ultras, but... Okay, this is kind of the biggest battle here. Whoever... Like, if Geralt keeps his base, that's a win. Whereas if Serral breaks him, that's a win. Some Yanks. The feedbacks weren't quite there. Geralt will continue to mine for a time. Serral has 5.6k gas in the bank. And he has a couple thousand left to mine. Geralt has the 2,500. 700. Like... Serral will have more gas. He took a full nother base, which is 4,500 gas. So, I can't believe I'm doing this math right now, but that's where we are. He just consumed his spore to death. Serral, what did we tell you? You gotta stop eating so much. People are hurting. Every time, another couple carriers murdered. Those storms are insane. Every single corruptor felt the taste of storm. Oh my god, what's that? Oh, what are my eyes seeing? Why are you even defending this base? He's like, well, I will spend 700 I will spend 1,200 gas to defend 800 gas. Serral, that's not how math works. You don't even understand the metric system. I mean, there's only 800 gas in this base. If he loses these ultras and lurkers, that I'm not a mathematician, but these storm changelings. I mean, effective, but amusing. Karen! What? Joanne, come on. Don't try to sell me your upgraded knitting needles. I don't care if they're 45% off. How is there not creep here? The air upgrades are nearly maxed. Geralt is trying to mine what will be the last gas geyser on this map, it seems. Yeah. Serral is about to mine out on gas. He's about a minute away. In 1 minute, Serral will have all the gas he's ever going to get. Which is a lot. It's going to be 7,000 in the bank on top of the 6K in his army. Oh, but he's going to need more, because he just got left a 0 out of 5 on Yelp. Would not go to see the High Templar again. What a crazy feedback. That joke didn't come together very, very quick. But anyways, so all those infestors, they didn't die. Some of them died. Like, they have to be at full energy to die, which is impressive. Now, I feel like I'm glossing over the 14.5 thousand minerals in the bank for Serral. That's the big one there. There's a few thousand more on the map. That's a lot of, like, at this point, queens are a viable late game option. They've always been a viable late game option, but even more so. So now, how does this end? Does Geralt become so obscenely cost efficient? Well, Serral is going to have an 8,000 gas army. If you break it, you cannot rebuy it. If that army dies, Serral cannot rebuild it. Only a fraction. The gas is gone. Serral is now mined out. The Immortals throw a strong look in the direction of the Ultras, and they spontaneously implode, as is customary. Geralt also has, even if, well, he's mined out here. Oh, no, he just stole the Immortals! Serral! Adapt! Overcome! Oh my god! No! Well, that's one way to do it. Serral understands that if you can't beat him, hire him. I didn't even think about it. That was the first neuroparasite we've seen this game. Serral holds on to it. And that might have broken Geralt's back. Like, the Immortals were the backbone. Will the Nexus survive? Will the shield battery shield the Nexus itself? It has to shield the Nexus! The mothership will protect it! The spores are on the move! Geralt must hold, or fight a battle without income for pretty much the rest of the game. There's Revelation. He didn't actually get any extra shots off. He doesn't know how broke Serral is. Serral's gonna long distance mine from this. At the end of the day, Will Serral prove that resistance is futile? Or will Geralt hold? That's a lot. Oh my god, that's a lot of Zerg. That is a lot of Zerg. He recalls out the mothership. It may survive, just barely. Serral's gonna mine from the last gas geyser! Because of course he is! There's still 338 gas, and he's gonna get it. Geralt is down to what he has left. And a little bit of gas to... He'll never max out again. The mothership. The great grand mothership. Slain. There's maybe a chance for one more. But will that be the choice? This feels like it's about to end one way or the other. Is there enough storm to stop the corruptors? Serral, one by one. He either drags them in or turns them against each other. Serral has control of the Protoss elements that he cannot destroy. But at the end of the day, resistance to Serral is futile. Geralt held on for 36 minutes. He forced the map to mine out. But at no point did Serral do anything more than bend. Far from breaking. Serral smurfing in the top 16 Grandmaster League again. Beating up on these players, hundreds of MMR below him. Just kind of disrespectful, I think. Thank you to Drickit and Geralt for sending me, that was, quote, an exciting game from Geralt that he wanted casted. So, I hope I did it justice. He held out. His Serral holdout challenge. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Will Serral ever be stopped by anyone who's not Raynor or Clem? We will see. Good luck. Have fun. Check out these amazing videos. And good night. Good luck in it.